Okay, so here we're going to show you the Samsung Gear360 app that lets you remote control the 360 camera as well as see a live preview of the camera screen. So right now up at the top you can see mobile device is highlighted. So these are all images that I've already taken with the 360 and saved to my mobile device. And we can pick an image and we'll pull it up, and if we hit it again, it'll bring in the 360 view. So from this view you can touch the screen and rotate the view and just view the images that way. You can also press down at the bottom the motion view, and that lets you just turn your phone to be able to look around the image. And then you can see the 360 view button. You have a few options. You can see the two separate lenses side by side or top and bottom. So you can compare the two to each other and see the whole thing all at once. You can also see it in equi-rectangular format where you can see both images stitched together. One thing to note, the back camera is the one that shows up in the center of the screen and is where you start off facing when you start an image. So you can see if I scroll around, now up at the top on the left, the reset view button. When I press that, it'll bring you back to the starting point, which is the back camera angle. And then up at the right, you can see it says View on Gear VR. If we press that, it brings us to this spot where it prompts us to place our phone inside of our Gear VR headset. We won't do that right now. So if we go back, well, one more thing to show you inside of an image. Let's go into another image. The shared button down at the bottom. You can share directly with Facebook, and it supports the 360 image. So if we were to choose Facebook there, it would post to our Facebook page, and then you can automatically see the image prompts you to rotate your phone or swipe the image to see the 360-degree view. Okay, now we'll press the Gear 360, and we've already turned on our Gear 360 camera. So it's going to try to find it using the Bluetooth connection. The camera had actually timed out, so I turned it back on and we'll try again. And there we go. Now these are all images that are saved on the SD card in the Gear 360 camera. And you can see some of them have a little phone with a check mark symbol. That means we've already saved those to our mobile device. Now if we pick one here, so here you see a different view. We're just looking at the two separate lenses as it was taken with the camera. And we can preview it. It stitches the images together. And now you can view it just like we could before. when you're looking at these images, you can actually zoom in. Or zoom out. Get that tiny planet look. And you can take a screenshot, to save that for different reasons. Again, you have the dual view and the panoramic view. And you can reset the view. Now here, if you press save, it saves that image to your mobile device inside of the Gear360 folder. And now you see we've got the phone with the check mark button saved in there. Under more, up on the top right, you see we could disconnect or connect to another camera, delete share, view as, set your different thumbnails. I went with small. You can see, packs a few more into the screen. And then there's the settings. Under settings, you can turn on and off your location tags. The resize save pictures in app was default set to on, so I've just left it that way. I played around with the add logo at bottom. If you're holding the camera in your hand, holding it above your head, it'll cover you up with the Samsung Gear360 logo. You can turn on and off the LED indicators that'll show you, both lenses or either the front or back lens being on with the red LED. And it also has a little sound that'll chime when you take a picture, which I've got set to off now. Number of different settings in here. One thing to point out is the user manual right here. That'll bring you to the website and pull up the user manual where you can find more information. And you can also update the camera's firmware from here. Under the manager version, firmware version, you can actually update the camera that way. Okay, now on the bottom right, we've got the little camera icon. We'll press that. And here it's going to actually bring us to the preview. So here you can see we're looking at a panoramic view. Again, we can switch between 360, dual view, and panoramic view. If I go to the 360 view, you can see there I am watching the Olympics. Now under this preview, you'll be able to see the split between the two screens, but that pretty well goes away when you save the image and do the stitching. So you can see there's a split between the two cameras. It's pretty obvious, but don't worry, when you stitch it together, it does a good job of blending that in. Now on the bottom left, you see the mode button. So here we can toggle between photo, video, time lapse, and video looping. Video looping will just continuously record video and rewrite over the SD card as it fills up. The next button lets you toggle between dual lens, just the front lens, or just the rear lens. Now, I've noticed when you're doing the front or rear lens, you don't get an option on resolution, but when you go to the dual lens, now you see up on the top bar, you get an option 30M or 14M. So I've been keeping it on the highest resolution for the dual lens. You can also adjust your timer. White balance. Go back into your settings, and you can hide that menu. If we go into video mode, you see we now have a record button, and we have some different options under the resolution. So if we look at that now, several different options, and we have the one option there to record at 60 frames per second. Now, one thing I'll note, I've been recording on the highest resolution, but when you go to save the video, which I'll show you here. Let's just record for a few seconds. You can see my timer starts counting down, and now we're recording. We'll just record 5 seconds here. Now we've saved that. We can push this button on the right, bring that up, and we have the option to save. You can actually edit a little bit, just trim your video down right here inside of the app. And then you'll see if I hit save, it's going to tell me that it's going to reduce the resolution when it saves it to my mobile device. And that if I want to keep that resolution, I have to use the computer software Action Director, which we'll cover in a different video.